Hey, this is Sunny, the California girl from Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling out here in wonderful Southern California. I'm giving a shout out to RCW, Rubber City Wrestling, badass, and it isn't that flippy stuff. Huh. Happy holidays, everybody.
Ric Lieb was anxious to get into this and all of a sudden taking his time. What are you talking about? You gotta watch it. You pulled the hair.
Welcome to another edition of RCW Spotlight. I am your host, your role model, Ric Lieb, the RCW Heavyweight Champion. Almost wasn't. It was a close one. It was really close, as you guys saw from the beginning of the event. But it definitely, we're here. And with me, as always, is of course the Don of professional wrestling and the greatest battle royal man ever in the best battle royal winner in the industry. How do you even word this? I mean,
the all-time greatest battle royal champion ever.
And before we talk about that, of course, next to me, my brother in the way. You heard that correctly, Vinnie the Beast DiMarzo, the only beast in RCW. We got a lot to talk about today, guys. But real quick, why weren't you in the battle royal the time there's a championship belt included?
No, I got so much. I didn't have enough room, right? If I won some more trophies, I wouldn't have enough room for drinks. So you guys are welcome.
Right. Because I guarantee Frankie Andolini would have won that.
I don't know that it's possible.
Obviously, in the Christmas spirit, he was.
Yeah, it was basically a gift to everyone else. Also, I'm pretty sure I can't be thrown over, like due to science. I don't think I can be thrown over a top rope. So it's just not fair to anyone
I've never
else.
seen it happen.
Yeah, it's impossible. I have low center of gravity.
Right. So, matter of fact, I was going back in the history books, and I've seen you lose one battle royal, and it's because when Jason the 13th came out, you eliminated yourself.
I had to be somewhere, actually.
Right. Well, I knew that.
It wasn't like I was scared. I forgot. I had to be somewhere. So I went.
That was a long time ago.
It was.
It
was really important. I had to go switch my laundry.
Well, we're going to run down what happened last week on the card. But before this, we got a question. So, Frankie Andolini. Oh, by the way, for those wondering, Miles Jacobs gets the holiday off. The rest of us, we kicked him out.
Here's what it is. Everyone needs to know what happened. Last week, somebody let some horrible people in my bar while I was off doing some other things.
You talk to the owners, you don't talk to me.
It was just horrible. So we had to get that smell out of here. I had all my maid service in here cleaning everything down. I brought in my Paisan friends, and now it's going to be a nicer atmosphere.
Smells like pasta.
It does
Yes.
smell like pasta.
I love the smell. But we have a question you said from Brandon?
Yes. We have, this is a great one. He's a little guy. All right, this is from Brandon from Silver Lake. All right. Sounds familiar. All right, well, anyway, Brandon from Silver Lake wants to know what our New Year's resolutions are. What are we looking forward to this next year?
Well, who wants to go first on this one? Since you're co-hosting and guest,
All right.
and our guest, we'll give you the honors.
All right. Since next year is 2020, it's clear. I'm just gonna do what I want. It's what I always do. You know, I'm gonna beat the people up I want to beat up. I'm gonna take the titles I want to take. I'm just gonna come out there, and I'm just gonna do what the Beast does.
You know,
I destroy people.
I like that. You
That's what it's
do.
always
You
about.
do. You've always destroyed people. Matter of fact, there is one title that we don't have right now, and after being cheated out of a match last week, which we'll talk about in a little bit, I don't know. Maybe
I am missing gold.
right. That Neo title.
That
looked
Neo
nice
title
on
that
him.
would look nice, and for anybody that was at the event last week and it's gonna watch, it was clear I was completely in control of the Neo champion. That
You
match.
were.
There was no questions about it, none at all, even with the cheating ref.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. Frankie?
My resolution is I'm going to try to be a little bit less sexy because I want to leave enough ladies for some of the other guys out in the world. You're welcome. I'm very giving right now.
I'm sure they'll
Man.
appreciate you doing
Yeah.
that.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to completely stop being sexy.
Right. Impossible.
Right. I'm also going to take my new earnings, which we'll talk about later. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to evict that woman and all her kids that live in the building above us. I know it's cold, and I know they don't have anywhere to go, but
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Get out.
Right, exactly.
Take your dog with
New
you.
year, new them, right?
Yeah, man, they'll work it out, or they won't. I don't know. It's not really my problem. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for this year.
But my New Year's resolution, since I'm already the heavyweight champion, is to continue being the heavyweight champion. I was undefeated this entire year until I got screwed. And so maybe next year I'm just going to go undefeated the entire year. And let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. Anything that has to do with Team Beast is now on my radar. Because there's only one Beast in Rubber City Wrestling. He's sitting right next to me.
And that was proven.
Definitely was. With that said, we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to go ahead and give you the rundown of what happened last week on 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas. Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. As everybody knows, last week was 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas, and we're going to go ahead and do a little rundown of that thing, starting with the match that it opened up with, that being the Battle Royal that you should have been in, but you were gifting people not to be. It crowned a new All-American, what is it called? All-American City Akron champion, and the referee wins the damn Battle Royal. I am appalled.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this man, how does he keep getting so lucky? But Johnny Gigolo is now walking around with gold on his waist.
He should just be happy that it clashes with my outfit, or else I would just go take it from him.
I agree, and I believe you would have no problem
Yeah.
with it.
And honestly, that's seeing the way he dresses. He probably needs a belt to hold those pants up. You know what I mean? So it might have been a good thing. You know.
Yeah.
So
Also, the fact that Animal was in that Battle Royal has nothing to do with the fact that I didn't want to be in it.
Right. Well, and yeah, and it took like the entire group of guys to throw Animal out while he was talking, because Animal threw out Miles Jacobs and Ray at the same time on accident with Ray.
You
He
know,
didn't want to throw his-
and I heard some of the guys back there saying, "Wow, they couldn't believe he did it." But you know what? He taught that kid a life lesson. That's what he's there for. He's like he's that kind of figure in his life that he is going to teach him life lessons. And
Right.
in life, in a battle royal, it's every man for himself.
Right,
So,
nephew or not.
yeah, nephew or not. I know he was real happy to see his uncle, but at the end of the day, you're out there to win, man.
Oh, yeah, you're in it to
Animal
win.
taught him that, so you know, it's a
Nothing's
tough
given
lesson
to you.
for the kid to learn,
The
but
best-
it'll
The best
get there.
lesson. Nothing's given to you. You got to earn it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so that happened. There was a lot of young up and coming talent in there, and unfortunately the old not up and coming talent won. I don't know. All right, listen. I was in the ring with Johnny Gigolo. He's a lot tougher than I gave him credit for. He's a tough dude. But again, I can't get over the fact that he's a referee. You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, it's like, now how's he going to lose this thing when all the referees are probably his buddies?
I was gonna say we see some sort of investigation maybe moving forward to
Right.
make sure.
Right. Make sure that I'll ref this match.
I just get a little worried, man. I saw an oversized custodian there the other day. What if he decides he wants to be a wrestler? What are we supposed to do with that? We got to put an end to this kind of stuff.
Right,
The
exactly.
hired help can't be showing up trying to win titles.
I don't care how many gym passes you buy. I mean,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah,
It's $10
exactly.
a month. Get calmed down. You know what I mean? What are we
Right.
doing?
Yeah, Planet Fatness. I mean, whatever.
They got great
Okay.
pizza, the best pizza. Oh,
I know, right? And bagels. Hey,
love a
good
bagel.
lord.
I'm going to the wrong gym.
Go to a real gym. Yes,
That's
exactly. Where the beast works out. The real beast. The only beast in Rubber City Wrestling. We'll go ahead and talk about that now, since it was the second match of the night. I went out there, called out Vinnie the Beast DiMarzo. He came out there. We had a real tough battle.
5-star red anywhere.
5-star match. I'm telling you right now. I mean, still think you pulled the hair, though.
I'm not gonna lie, I did. I
Okay.
did.
Yeah. A lot of people kept saying he didn't even touch you yet, and I'm like, no, I pulled the hair right in the back.
I'm that fast.
You know, I think he ripped out my mullet. I'm not sure. I don't.
Yeah,
feel
the
it.
mullet's gone.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
because he's strong as hell. So, but in the end, and I got lucky. I'm not even gonna lie. I got lucky. I overcame.
I
And
let my guard down for a second. That's all it took. Just 1 second.
Well, and you know, I mean, it's the way, you know. I mean, but
No way. I see what you did there.
but
I like it.
and of course, but no. In all reality, I want to thank our paisan right here.
Thank
You
you.
know.
I did it completely out of the goodness of my heart. I
Money well spent.
facilitated the sit down between you two.
Absolutely.
Both, like I said before, you guys are both family, and family is the most important thing. And there is no monetary value. But if there was, this is the amount.
Yeah, that's the amount right there.
And we're gonna get Frankie a new shirt next week that says Frankie's buying.
Yeah, Frankie's buying. Yes,
Well,
indeed.
you know, I don't quite have enough to share.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe bring your own next week.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
But he's right. Family is more important than anything. These new millennials, they don't understand. I mean, they got the family on Fortnite and Facebook, but when it comes down to true family, when you're hanging with the boys, when you grow up with the boys,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter. You're gonna argue. I mean, me and Rick, me and Animal have harder and more physical arguments over who's gonna take the last pork chop at the dinner table.
Right.
So this was nothing.
Right. It was a horrible misunderstanding, and when talking to Frankie, I'm like, look, we need to get this going, and he's like, look, I can do it, but you know, and so I gave him a small kickback. It was only 10 grand, and you know, I mean, I make that in less
See
than
you
a week.
later, lady.
Right.
Just
So
got enough money to buy the rest of the building.
so we went ahead. We did what we had to do. We got the meeting together, and it wasn't like it was a argument there. The second we were there, we hugged. It was just like, you know what, I missed you, brother. You know, and it was time to go party, and we partied and we partied and partied and partied, and we're still partying. So we have a lot of partying to do.
We're gonna have
we
to
had catch up.
restock after that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we gotta
The
restock.
fireball's almost empty. We left you a little bit though.
Yeah, we got a backup that's gone too.
They should be a sponsor.
Yeah. Oh,
There you
absolutely.
go.
All the fireball we drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, then all of a sudden, the Sicilian beast, Sicily is the dirty Italian
That's
area.
exactly it.
So they keep the criminals.
Exactly.
That's why the boot kicked them off.
Right,
You just
exactly.
see it on a map.
If you look, it's the little thing the boot kicked out of there because
You go on Google for you millennials, type in Italy, and then zoom out. You got the zoomer on the little Google internet there. All right, and you just zoom out and you'll see Italy looks like a boot. I don't know if they teach you that anymore, but they kicked off Sicily for a reason.
Yeah,
Shaped like a piece of crap.
it is. It is. Actually, it looks kind of like one of them little paper footballs and it's kicking
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let's get it out of here, man. So anyway, this Sicilian scumbag comes out here, and for some reason, Marty Jannetty gave him the interim commissioner job for the day since Tony T couldn't be there due to illness, and they took advantage of that, by the way.
Yes, they
Is
did.
that
And of course, Marty lives in a different state also, so he couldn't be there. I find this to be garbage. I find it to be completely biased and unfair having that happen. This man comes out and does two things that I find appalling. One, he makes us, after a grueling battle, like Iron Man match, go out there and wrestle again later on the card against the Pinnacle. Me, the Beast, and Animal. And then he does something else, but I'll talk about that after when we get to the match. But then he goes and he makes poor Ray, who had just wrestled a grueling battle royal, have to get in the ring with Alexander Crowley, his guy, his boy. And of course, Ray was beat. I mean, Ray was already tired.
Yeah.
And so Crowley sneaks out a lucky win.
It's all about the setup, man.
It is.
And and the saddest thing is, Marty Jannetty, I know you will watch it.
Yeah.
You made that phone call to make the Sicilian, whatever he is, the interim commissioner. You could have very easily made another phone call
Right.
and stopped it. So now, Marty, listen, in 2020, don't let me find you.
Oh, blood's on your hand.
All right? Don't let me find you. Don't let me see you. Because what's going to happen is in 2020, well, I guess you'll find out.
Yeah, you will find out. And I know he's supposed to be showing up to a couple of these events next year.
Sounds
So,
like a threat.
oh, it's a threat.
Oh.
Oh, it's not even a threat. It's a promise.
It's a promise.
Okay, so obviously that happened. Poor Ray, our nephew, loses.
Yeah, look, I like the Sicilian Beast, but I'm awfully disappointed in his behavior. He had an opportunity to do the right thing.
He did.
You know, he had an opportunity.
Like you did.
Yeah, I did the right thing.
You know,
It took nothing more than
a little scratch.
a little bit of scratch.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
He
like
didn't
it.
even had he talked to me first, I could have made it a profitable situation for him. Instead, he wanted to go off and make the fans happy. What are we doing? Come on.
I know. Well, see, and that's the biggest mistake that these people make. When you put somebody that is for the fans in charge, they start putting a card together because he changed everything up. They start putting a card together to please the fans and not to please the people that are important, the ones that he's paying, the wrestlers.
And the sponsors.
And the sponsors. I'm sure the sponsors didn't want to see the crap that went down. They're probably not going to breathe. Yeah, we probably lost a bunch of sponsors on that. And that's on your hands, Ken Cerminara. You're not a beast. You're just Sicilian. Now, with that being said, the next match on that list, Detroit's Most Wanted gets their butt kicked by the main attraction. And I love that one. Detroit's Most Wanted, the newest members of Team Beast, by the way. I know, right? Team Least. The Detroit's Most Wanted comes in there and just think that they're so arrogant. They just automatically assume they're going to beat somebody because they've never been in an RCW event. But what they didn't understand is, Jackson Storm and Dirty Sanchez, these guys come to play. And of course,
They beat everybody everywhere.
Right.
They'll do whatever it takes to win.
why do you think they're called the main attraction?
I just texted some people. I'm going to get a little more information on that guy and these teams. I don't know that I know everything I need to know about them.
Here's all you need to
Send
know
out a
about
message.
Team Beast joining Detroit's Most Wanted. It makes sense. You got the Dirty Sicilian running it, right?
Yeah.
And then they got Dirty Detroit.
Right.
I mean, if you've ever been there, you know. I mean, it's a perfect match.
The
Being
water's the same.
Being the tag team specialists that we are, I don't like that I don't know very much about them. So I'm
Well,
going to go
yeah.
ahead and I'm going to look into this.
Definitely do your homework on that
Yeah.
because I know that you guys are probably going to have to bump heads with them.
I like to know
eventually.
who I'm smacking.
Exactly. And you know what? You bring up a very good point. The water is the same down there. I mean, it's just a bunch of filth. You know, it's definitely not the.
I seen the vehicle they drove up in, and it's got smog coming out the back. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean,
it's no. You wouldn't see anybody driving around in them beaters in Abruzzi, Italy.
in fact, I think the big guy in Detroit's Most Wanted actually pushed it into the parking lot because it didn't quite make it.
Right, I think you're right. I think I saw that. You know, there sounded like Herbie the Love Bug, and you know, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Old I Think I Can. They were driving around, and but anyway, now there was an assist supposedly by Marcus Knight.
I didn't see that.
I think he just went out there to show support to a couple friends.
Yep.
I didn't see him do anything.
You
So
can't just walk around sullying the good name of somebody like Marcus Knight.
Right.
That's all speculation. Okay? People can't walk around just saying that he interfered. You don't know what he was there to do.
no, you don't. And the thing is, why can't wrestlers go out there and show some support for their friends?
That's a nice thing to do. There's not enough of that in the world. How dare you people?
Right. So I mean, again, that one there, I enjoyed. It was a great match. It was fun to watch. The outcome came out pretty much the way we all figured it would, and it was pleasing for all of us. So that's all that matters. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to your match. Oh, this is beautiful. This is exactly how I called it, by the way.
Yeah.
Aces Mild versus
The Andolinis.
The Andolini.
Oh, man. It's the first time we've tied together in some time, too.
You couldn't even tell.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it was just-
we've tagged our whole lives. It's, you know, I did some training now. You know, a little bit of the old deep dips, you know what I mean?
Looking good, man.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh,
One-handed dips.
I don't even think I could do that.
How about this one?
All right, I'm out.
No-handed dips.
I'm out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you beat
Yeah,
me.
I'm actually super strong.
Right.
So, you know, we did a little training, and look, I'm going to be honest with you. I sat here, I talked a lot about it. I was like, what are they going to do? They can't fight. They're not tough. I don't respect these people, of course, but, you know, I'm going to give a little credit. Jeffrey's a little tougher than I thought.
For a minute,
I thought I was going to kind of walk on through him. You know, the kid put up some fight, you know. So,
I mean, for an
good
ankle
for him.
biter.
Yeah. I mean, so he was tougher than I thought he was going to be. Obviously, he wasn't tough enough. Mr. Wrestling 2000. That's not just a witty name.
No.
I mean, he's a guy can wrestle. Of course, what he found out is that so can Sonny. Sonny can
Right.
wrestle too.
Right. And you.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. And apparently, where he comes from, you're not allowed to punch people in wrestling, so that's weird. But where I come from, it's okay.
Yeah.
So look, it's a tough team, and at the and what it all comes down to is if they would have maybe been a cohesive unit, maybe we would have had a tougher time. But I didn't feel like they were on the same page. I didn't feel like they had worked out any of the kinks in their team, and that's what tag team wrestling is all about. I don't have to speak to Sonny. Okay, he doesn't have to ask me anything. We just know what we're going to do next. Okay, we go out there with the same game plan. We go out there with the same mentality. I know what he can do. He knows what I can do. We watch each other's backs. That's what tag team wrestling is. We don't need any more than the years of experience that we have. These two, with enough time, man, they might be a team to watch out for. I mean, not for us, for other people.
Right. Maybe if they make an All-American City Tag Team title or something.
They can wrestle Detroit's Most Wanted.
Right. Yeah, they can have them.
Yeah.
You know. And
Yeah, you're gonna have to scrap the ring down after that one, though.
Yeah.
right. Okay, so moving on, we have Kenny Hendricks versus Brohemus. I really thought Brohemus was going to win this match. I really, truly did. But what I didn't bank on was Kenny Hendricks pulling an Eddie Guerrero.
That's after my own heart, man. Good stuff.
I mean, it is, but really? I mean, you know.
What was it? You know, he was looking for one thing, right? A win.
I get that, but he's supposed to be for the fans.
All right, well, he fixed that, and now he's winning.
Well, the fans
however
cheered him
he
on
needs,
for that, so.
But he's winning however he needs to, and that's what matters. That's what you need to do.
I think part of it came down to, man, I did not realize that Bro Hemoth was that big in person.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen him online, but he's that bro is definitely Hemoth. I mean, there was no doubt about it. And honestly, I think maybe Kenny had a little bit of butterflies in there. You know? And he was like, oh, this dude's for real. And he walked in, and like you said, to his credit, there he did what he needed to do to win. We can't shun that, you know. But I think there might have been a little bit of butterflies in Kenny's stomach, going, "Damn, this is a big boy."
Yeah. And he's so damn agile. That's the thing that it's like he's so agile. He's the real deal, and he will be a force to be reckoned with in the super heavyweight division. Kenny walked away with his championship. Luckily, yes.
But every time he goes out there, it's one challenge after another. It's going to take its toll on him. So
it is.
I applaud the fact that he's willing to make adjustments to win these matches, because it's going to take a toll. You can't keep wrestling guys that are these, this size and this good.
All I'm saying is, you shouldn't have to take shortcuts in your match. I mean, we never did.
No,
never. It's something some people do, not us. But good for him for doing it. If that's what he needs to do, I would never.
I mean, if you're gonna go and do something Eddie Guerrero did, you lie, you cheat, you steal. I mean, might as well stay on course.
I get that, but the thing that bothered me about this is, if I did something like that, I get accused of doing stuff every once in a while, and it drives me nuts. Supposedly, I hit Rogue with a paperweight, and it's like, come on, man, that didn't happen. Those are my knuckles, and not brass ones. Those.
Who brings a paperweight to a match?
Right, it's come on, what am I gonna hold down? They're calling it brass knuckles, but Anyway, so I get accused of that, and the fans, they boo me, they hiss, they throw a fit, they post all kinds of negative stuff about me on the interweb, and then all of a sudden, Kenny Hendricks does it, and the crowd roars, they cheer.
Isn't that what a hater is, right? Somebody that sees somebody who has more than them, can do more than them, and they're not happy about it, they hate it. That's you're a victim of that. So it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Yep. Anyway, we got to pay bills. So we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break again. And when we come back, we're going to go ahead and talk about the last two matches on the card, and then a couple matches that have been signed for the February event. So we'll be back in 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
I've got to ask myself, if we're going to see any actual wrestling in this match. It's more like a mutual admiration society. It's going to be a trade if there's any actual wrestling in this match.
Just minutes.
Smart wrestling. It's in the corner. They're going to take as much abuse as possible. That's what's going on this evening.
More role model, everybody's role model. Taking it to the real champion, Michael Cena. And Ric Lieb, Animal. Oh! That is a chop on the two guys.
Mr. Lethal.
Tags in the beast, Vinnie DiMarzo. And a wishbone! I wonder who got the long piece of it.
Referee takes his time.
He's favorite. He's probably favorite from this one. I like both teams, don't get me wrong. But he is still showing favorite. You know, Ric Lieb has led the Pinnacle is the little sister of the night.
The little sister. Marcus Knight in a world of hurt here. He desperately needs to make it back.
Marcus Knight has been active for 18 years. He's the leader of the Pinnacle. He has gold all over. He is the current RCW champion and the 2017 Florida area. And so I think one of the men who can take Ric Lieb to his ring is Marcus Knight. But Ric has been on here for 30 years. Ric is a two-time and current RCW Heavyweight Champion. And he innovated his finishers, the 4-8 and the inescapable RoleModel club. And the beast, Vinnie DiMarzo, is taking it to him. Remember when I told you all about that head crank? It will destroy your neck. That tenderizes it like a piece of meat.
DiMarzo doing an excellent job dishing out some punishment to Marcus. Again, Marcus desperately needs to make a tag. He's been the only member of his team in this match so far.
It was a nice 2-2.
I think Marcus can make the tag here.
Scotty Stevens. Scotty Stevens, who's trained by RoleModel Ric Lieb. He has really good experience. And at a greater age, he almost defeated the injured Road and would have if it wasn't for a little bit of what I call road cheating. So, and look at that. They're jumping him and not. Turned his back on the lethal.
Never seen the people exercise the same style wrestling keeping their opponent in their corner when they dish out the abuse and that could be it. DiMarzo's down. This could be over.
Takedown. And I think that count was kind of fast to go on and break up the count. Down for the neck breaker. Marcus has been in the ring with guys like the Headbangers. Oh!
After that neck breaker, Marcus really had a chance there to take the pin. I don't know why he didn't.
I think in Ken, the commissioner tonight, and I think it's an abuse of power for me to install a special guest ref in this match.
Nice suplex by Mike, and again, bringing Vinnie back over with him.
Mike turned his back on the lethals at a great affair at the last show. And joined the Pinnacle, which was the smartest decision of his career, if you ask me. And now they're going for the first one. Oh.
Scott Stevens seems to be enjoying himself in the match thus far.
Scotty Stevens is smart and technical. He knows what he's doing.
DiMarzo looks like he's not doing too well for the player here. He needs to make that tag as well. These guys all need to start making fast tags more often, utilize their teammates.
Scotty Stevens is one of the best students to ever come out of the RCW wrestling school. Marcus Knight there. He's pointing at Rick and he's like, I want you. One, two. Efficient and super. Now broken up. Variation of the three amigos there. Mike Smiley. I don't think Mike Smiley tagged in. That run better. Oh. This is what you gotta watch out for the Pinnacle. True,
The back of the head, nicely done.
True, the way has strength for numbers, but the frequent acts are taken in this match. 2 counts.
Nonchalant cover. Really should have taken the match. Should have gone for it. This match could be over right now.
Scotty Stevens knows what he's doing. He just likes to, he's like a cat. He likes to play with his prey before he eats it. But now look at the strength of Vinnie DiMarzo to get shot in the corner. Carrying in the RoleModel Ric Lieb. The man who trained Scotty Stevens, and look at that. Thank you,
Looks like this is the animal. Also, still a little worse for the wear. Scotty Stevens has taken a tremendous amount of punches in a very short time. He'd like nothing better than to get ready to make the tag right.
Scott's trying, but I don't think he can out-power Animal.
Absolutely not. Not the floor for that.
And hey. That's Smiley trying to pass Scott to the corner.
Don't know if the referee saw it. He's probably down.
That's right.
Marcus Knight, as gifted, as educated wrestler, he should have known better. You're not going to put his tackle down. Not a man that size that quickly. It's going to take some punishment.
The rush should have been in position. He was way out of position. Oh, he put his hands on the Rick. I'm not a big fan of the rest putting their hands on wrestlers. Rick did not touch Ken. Ken touched Rick. That's all he was trying to do, was straighten out his shirt. So he didn't want to
By the hour, this could be over. Pin broken up by Smiley.
This is not the 1970s.
Tag by Michael, Ric Lieb in.
Ric Lieb has trained so many wrestlers, including former WWE superstar Michael Cole of the Nexus.
The worst for the wear in this match. Scott Stevens looks like he needs to sign out. Now he's down. Marcus Knight, obviously. Ric Lieb showing off his style at this point. Nice cover. Over the two. Trying it again. Again,
Rick has had some of the greatest matches, like against guys like Danny Dorn. That big hole in the road. And of course, co-owner of RCW, Marty Jannetty. Former.
Rick running straight into the corner. He nailed it. His Marcus Lee on that second. Stevens in. Referee did not see any kind of a change at that point.
Oh.
DiMarzo pushing out some punishment. And Lieb has decided to take a little vacation. I must say, earlier on, I was wondering if there was going to be any wrestling in this match. They were going to make sense on the narrative and doing kind of some punishment. What seems to be a mutual admiration is turning into a fight.
And Jay feels like he's in the Patriots game because of a horrible officiating.
Marcus Lieb looking around and he's actually trying to figure out where he is.
It looks like it's going to be the battle of Vinny's carries under down. Vinny goes back to Marcus. Lord Marcus might set up in the tree of woe.
This is not going to bode well at all. DiMarzo, very smart, very smart.
And look at Rick. That's some smart wrestling there.
We'll be trying to get him to break it up.
That's more than behind.
He can't stand it. He's had enough. Marcus Lieb out on the street. He's just about done in.
Double shoulder block.
That could do it. If somebody covers the stand.
Somebody cover! Cover work is right, quick! Animal into the cover.
Scotty Stevens did to break it up. Apparently this is not the cakewalk they thought it would be.
And Mike Smiley tagged in. Animal's got to get over to Rick.
Scotty Stevens on the animal now. High impact from
Mike Smiley is attacking the beast Vinnie DiMarzo on the outside.
Animal with a cheap shot over there. Moving now with Scotty Stevens. And Rick has hurt his back.
Don't count Rick out. Rick's just got to roll him over now. No.
There's an awful lot going on the outside of Rick as well.
Put on the rope. And Rick hooks the leg, but Scott kicks out in a very slow bump, if you ask me.
This match is breaking down quickly. Referee is losing control.
Mike Smiley on the outside just
nailed that. What is that? What are you doing?
No! Kick out, Rick! Kick out! What a fast call if I ever seen one!
Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Before we get into Cold War 2020, which is the next event in February, date hasn't been set yet. We apologize. We're going to go ahead and talk about the last two matches as we promised. Well, the match that bias acting commissioner made is the one we're going to go ahead and start with right now. Let's see. Us versus the Pinnacle. Our friends. So we thought, I don't know, Pinnacle kind of pissed me off on that one. Here's what happened. We go in there, completely dominating Little Sister from head to toe. And then all of a sudden, Ken Cerminara somehow got his hand on a platter. Not sure how that happened.
Everything was going on.
Right. There's so much going on.
It's a very nice event, very catered.
Yeah.
Probably grabbed one of our high-end
Right.
platters.
Exactly. And then he, as people saw with the thing, hit me in the back of the head. I still have migraines.
Yeah, that's called assault.
Right. Night
That's
terrors.
illegal.
I'm having night terrors.
Oh my God, you're like,
It's been rough. Had to go to the hospital 3 times this past week.
New Year's is going to be rough. I know every time you see a platter, it's going to with
Oh
cheese
gosh!
on it.
Don't even mention that word again. Oh,
we might have to look into a lawsuit on this. I just don't think we can.
we might. And my friend Scott E. Stevens hits me with his finishing hold anyway.
Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty.
I'm like, what?
What happened to be a stand-up person?
I know he should have attacked the Beast, Ken Cerminara, but instead I don't know, guys. I'm kind of traumatized over the whole thing. You realize I was undefeated that entire year,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, gone. Within one my last match of the year, aside from jobbers,
Disgusting.
I mean these up and coming students looking for that next challenger. But aside from that, yeah, and now I have to have this one blemish on my record. Not all of us can be undefeated like you.
Yeah, it's well, and now I'm gonna worry. You trust people. Are you okay, buddy?
I'll be all right.
Little known
Well,
fact,
we're gonna make
we
sure
were
we
all
keep this-
undefeated walking in this event. I haven't lost
Yes.
that year either.
Yeah, actually,
Well,
you
I
had
mean,
the
we
best
had the
match.
nail biter match.
Yeah.
But
because
I
you had,
apologize,
Hey,
Your match.
But I don't
had
look
to
at that
lose.
as a defeat.
No.
I look at that as we both walked out champions.
That's right.
Well, your match against him was as good as I've seen you in a year.
Exactly.
It was
5
probably.
stars.
You know what? It was definitely the best match I've seen you in a year.
Without a doubt.
Damn sure.
Maybe even 18 months.
Maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That should be shown for years to come.
It will be. It will
To
be.
teach people.
I'm sure that this episode is probably going to be watched over and over
Yeah.
and over again. So
By the jury, when we take this punk to court.
Oh yeah. It ain't over. It ain't over by a long shot. So anyway, they stole a victory. I don't know if I'm mad at them though. As much as because
You're so forgiving.
in reality I probably would have pinned them and then said, "Hey, you all right?"
Well, that doesn't make it okay.
Well, he did call me afterwards and say, "Hey, are you all right?" So that's what I probably would have done. It still doesn't make it okay though. You should have attacked the beast, the fake beast, and not this one. Look at
No,
that.
look at what you did. Look, from last week, I still got a little bump on my noggin from that match.
This guy's out of control.
Right, Scotty Stevens packs a heck of a punch,
Yeah,
man.
he hits harder than he looks. Let me tell you.
And I'm gonna tell you what, he's bigger than you think. It's like I'm in there, and when you ever think about him, because I've been trying to tell people he's the wild card in this one. And when I'm in there, and I got in the ring with him, here I was right. I called him and I said he's gonna get the pin. Apparently, it was not the way I wanted it to happen, but I'm in there and I'm like, this dude's a big guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was shocked, and he's strong as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So and he I don't know, but anyway, things happen. I got unfairly pinned. I'll survive, guys. Don't worry about me, man.
I don't even know if that one counts though, does it?
It shouldn't.
But like you said earlier, now it gives you something for next year.
Mhm.
Now you can go undefeated next year. Now
Exactly.
that you would probably wouldn't have a New Year's resolution if it wasn't for that, because realistically, you know, heavyweight champ, you went undefeated in 2019. What else is there for you to do? Now that you have a goal for next year. So in reality, it probably was a good thing. So thank you.
Yeah,
I mean,
now
you can do that. That makes sense. But hear me out. What if, because of reasons, it just doesn't count?
you know what? And it shouldn't count. And I'll tell you why. We were not informed of this match so that we had time
No.
to prepare for it.
Impromptu matches do not count on the record. I've
As they
decided.
shouldn't.
You know how I know? Because of science. Argue that.
Good point. Good
Okay.
point.
There you go. So now you can work on a second undefeated year.
There you go.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I'm kind of real smart with science and stuff.
Let's go ahead and
That's
get the
the
main
battle
event.
royal champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's- Yeah. I always do math in my head. Like, I'm going to throw all these dudes out. Like,
At this angle.
yeah.
You know, the guy that does the graphics, call him the trophy collector. I mean, that's what he is.
There you
So
go.
many. This one's my favorite.
He collects trophies and souls.
Hmm. I actually, I don't know if you heard some of the stats about the Andolinis. I actually killed a guy with kindness once, and the cop that showed up, he'd been around for 30-year vet, and he said it was the most blood he'd ever seen at a crime scene.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the kind of that's how I roll.
Yeah.
Sonny actually killed 2 guys just by glaring at him.
Right. Well, yeah. Have you ever seen his glare?
Yep, done. And then when the other guy came over to see what was wrong, he looked too hard. So we don't play.
That's why I look down at. when I
Yeah,
talk,
yeah,
but
we
have
prefer
to.
just maybe.
No eye contact.
Yeah, we're real careful about it.
So let's move into the main event. Of course, Die Hard versus Spike. Guys, Die Hard snapped at the end of that. I don't know if you caught the ending of that, but
I did.
he choked Spike out so bad that Spike's face was so. I had to pull him off. I felt bad for Spike.
I didn't go. I saw everybody go out there to stop him. You know what? If he dies, he dies.
Well,
I don't know.
you
I
kill
mean,
guys with kindness for crying out
Yeah,
loud.
I
Yeah.
mean, and you know what? I wanted to see just how far Die Hard would take it, and I wish that people maybe would have let it go. I
Well,
still don't know if I believe he's got that mean streak, like you say.
You kill a man in the ring after the referee tells you to break the hold, it then becomes criminal and not accidental.
Some people go on to have a great career, Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
Right, but that was accidental. He wasn't trying
Was
to kill
it?
the man. I don't know. Good point. You know,
Guy owe him
maybe
any
it was a
money?
hit.
We don't know.
Maybe it was a hit.
We don't know.
We
You
don't know
owed him
that.
some money, maybe. I don't know.
There you go. Maybe you got to sit down. Who
It's
knows?
happened.
You had to sit down,
I
right?
don't know.
But yeah. So here's my thing is, last thing I wanted is one of my way brothers to go to prison. So I had to break that up.
Fair enough.
I had to break that
Because
up.
then he goes in, he runs a cell block, sets up a pro. Well, actually, is it the worst thing in the world?
I mean, he
Maybe
could
you
defend
go
that
ahead and
belt
get
though.
some things. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can
Right.
still. I think as long as we get an official referee arrested with him, you can actually still defend that title in prison.
And
Good
I'm sure since that referee didn't pull him off, he probably could have gone.
Yeah, that accessory.
Well, you know, with the whole Ken Cerminara thing, we might be able to make that happen.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yes,
know, after
yeah.
this lawsuit.
Right.
How about that?
See?
We turn that negative into a positive.
Look at
There
that.
you go.
Always.
That's what we do.
But then he'll screw Die Hard over.
He's just making
Die-
so many poor decisions. Have we had him check to see if he's gone goofy in the head?
Oh, he's goofy in the head, all
You know,
right.
You
maybe
gotta
that's
check.
the problem.
No doctor calls needed. All right, guys. Next event coming up. Cold War 2020. I'm so glad they didn't go with the Valentine's Day thing. I heard they were throwing around Happy Valentine or some Be My Valentine, some weird crap. Who would think of that?
It's a Sicilian beast.
Probably. They probably asked him, well, hey, what do you think it should be? Thank God they went with the Cold War. It's going to
We
be,
should call it Ken.
it's the coldest, yeah, right? Yeah, he probably brought that up to me. He's like, you should name it after me. You know, so thank God he was only the interim commissioner. Hopefully the owners, well, the
Straighten
good
it out.
owner shows
Straighten it
up.
out, Tony. Body.
Right.
Get
Get
it
well
right.
soon, please. So we got a couple matches that are already signed for that card. And we're going to go and do a little bit of a rundown on it. Obviously, we're not doing our predictions.
Right.
But we'll do a quick little rundown on it. I do know that Detroit's Most Wanted, who just joined Team Least, will be taking on the Pinnacle of Mike Smiley and Scott E. Stevens. Winner gets a shot at the Tag Team Championships, meaning Animal and Max, because they're not going to lose their championships.
So whoever wins the match actually ends up losers.
Yeah, well, I feel bad for the winner, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Maybe you throw the match a few of those guys.
Right?
Yeah.
And, I could see the Pinnacle throwing the match, because,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get in there with Animal Max.
So, that match there, it should be good, though. I mean, if you think about it, you got some big guys in there. You got some tough guys in there. You got a super heavyweight, a heavyweight. Oh, and then you got that damn light heavyweight. He's fast, but, I mean, can he really hang with Scott E. Stevens? No.
Yeah, to knock him
No,
out.
after...
One. Believe me, I know one hit from Scott, and
Yeah.
he ain't get back up. There ain't no way.
Yeah, exactly. So, that match there, I don't know. I am looking forward to seeing the Pinnacle versus them.
I would like to watch a good tag team match. I'm up for it.
Plus, there's a lot of real heat going on in there because of the joining of Team Least, and then the fact that you've got, the Pinnacle on a roll.
A roll.
Yeah.
From a platter.
A role model.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and then another tag team match announced. One thing I like let me just get this going. I love that RCW likes tag teams.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of tag teams. I know that you're a tag team wrestler. You're a fan of it. I'm glad that they're doing this and having more tag teams. I just don't know exactly where. I mean, you've got Max and Animal defending the championship against the Main Attraction. Now, I like the Main Attraction, but I don't like them that much. And having them go up against Max and Animal, come on. Max and Animal should get another day off. Yeah, especially after they made Animal work.
Yeah.
They're supposed to both get the day off. And so, it is what it is. We already know the prediction. I don't have to make a prediction. It's Max and Animal going to get this. But the Main Attraction, that Dirty Sanchez, he's dirty.
He lives up to his name, man.
Yeah.
That he does.
And that Jackson Storm, he ain't no joke either. So, but then again, neither is Max and Animal. So, good luck, fellas. And then, of course, the Yeti comes back. 7 foot tall Yeti. You guys haven't had a chance to meet this guy yet. Let me just tell you something. He's huge. He's scary. He's my friend.
I'm
gonna have to get up Frankie's shoulders just to shake his hand.
Right?
Yeah, I've never actually seen him. So, like the Yeti, there was a picture once that may or may not have been doctored. So I don't know if I believe in him.
Oh no, he's a friend, man. He's a friend of mine.
Until I see him, I don't believe in him.
Let me tell you something. Good guy. When we go to the Cauliflower Alley Club out in Vegas, he's one of my brothers out there that we hang out with all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong. When we go to the strip clubs out there, him and his tag team partner out there, they steal all the women. Girls love mammoth men. His partner's bigger than he is.
Is that possible?
Yeah, because his partner's over 500 pounds.
Hey, science? Is that allowed?
I don't think it is.
To be bigger than that? Is that
kind of
scientifically
depends
possible?
on where your magnetic pole is coming from.
Okay.
So that has a lot to do with it. Where they're at, it might be acceptable, but I'd have to double check that.
I got you.
Yeah.
Here, it's not. No,
Right.
absolutely not.
Which is why probably they only book Yeti.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Wouldn't
Because
work.
when you got a 400-pound man and a 500-pound man,
Yeah. Because of science, right?
Right, exactly. So, but Yeti will be back, which means we'll probably get graced with brilliant Brett Fuller again. Which I love it when that guy shows up. So, yeah, he's a good, classy guy, and that matters to me. So, and then now, obviously, we know Kenny Hendricks is a tough SOB, but gosh, they just got bigger than Brohemoth.
Who? What?
his challenge is even bigger than Brohim. Brohim is 350 pounds. This man is 425 pounds.
Oh.
They have to reinforce that ring. I don't know.
I know, right? Oh, I would hate to be the guy that owns that ring. Just saying. It would suck.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Gonna have to buy a lot of new boards. That's all I'm saying. Now, there they go. Like clockwork.
Pack your bags, punks.
I know. You got the
Care
money
what-
for it now.
I don't care what it's doing outside.
They're gone. Out of here. I don't know. I think it's a tap dancing class
I
upstairs.
think so.
But, so, now there's rumors going on that they want to put the Andolinis up against that new up-and-coming tag team, Heavy Metal Heartthrobs or something.
I thought they wanted them to keep pursuing their dreams of professional wrestling, not get beat up so bad that they quit and never come back.
It's a good point.
I mean, if they want us to, we'll smack them around.
Right. It hasn't been signed yet, but that's going around right now. I'm digging into the rumor mill.
Yeah. Well, this is a business, you know. If they want us to hurt somebody real bad, they got to pay us the right amount of money.
Now, Die Hard's getting that month off. He's getting that event off.
Of course he is.
Mental health.
You know.
Probably some sort of war memorial thing.
Well, after what he did to Spike, I think that they want him to cool down a little bit. So I think you're right. You know, way brother or not, get it. Yeah, let's not kill people. And then
Unless they're Nazis.
Cold
That's what he
War,
was
brother.
taught when he was in the war. It's not
Cold
his
War.
fault.
yeah, good
Definitely
point.
name.
Right? They weren't Nazis, by the way. Stop that. Stop that. Way brother. Way brother. I just clicked in what you were talking about.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least they weren't Japanese,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
But
coulda gotten-
he's been around a long time. So.
Right. So that's wrong. That's mean. Is he even older than us?
I'm pretty sure he passed away 10 years ago and didn't even know it, so he's
Stop
running
it.
on fumes.
He
right
needs to
now.
stop. Don't make him mad. I know he thinks he knows you're joking, but still, you don't want to make
His
that guy mad.
eyesight's probably going.
No, I was just at the gun range with him the other day. He could still hit a dime, a literal dime.
With like a musket? That's amazing. Good job,
I
man.
hit a dime once with a grenade. About as close as I got.
That's about me too.
Yeah.
No, well, actually, no. One of them spread shot, buck shots.
Oh yeah.
I can get it with that
There
too.
you go.
But no, he did that. He boom, hit that dime with a freaking that AR-15 that he has. I was just like, don't ever get mad at me at a gun range at least, or when that bad boy's on you, which it probably is all the time anyway. So, but so in that place, I hear they're talking about a four-way dance between Ray Stewart, Alexander Crowley, Jeffrey LaRoque, and Spike St. James if he regains consciousness. Now, winner would end up getting a shot at
Sergeant
Die
Holka.
Hard.
Oh, yeah. No, not Sergeant Holka. I'm sorry. Also, did you notice he looks just like Sergeant Holka?
who does.
Die Hard.
Will you leave my
I'm
freaking
just
brother
saying,
in the way
from the
alone?
movie Stripes. Look it up if you kids haven't seen it.
Stripes a great movie, by
Fantastic.
the
Also,
way.
he looks just like Sergeant Holka, who probably also fought in World War II.
Is that on the Hulu?
Seriously, lady, get your kids, your dog, and everybody get out.
I think it's a class.
I don't know what it
We're in a
is.
building, so I think it's a class. But
I'll put them
whoever it
kids
is,
on
they
the
need to
streets.
go.
Punks.
Little tap dancing class.
We'll probably all get a trophy too.
Bunch of
Just show up.
5-year-olds. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He showed up today. Good for you. Here's a trophy.
You guys, you know what? No
I had to
one's,
earn my trophies.
Exactly.
no one's ever commented on that. Those last few matches that I've had,
Yeah.
I've been handing out participation trophies to those young guys.
Nice.
See, isn't I'm getting with the millennial times, helping them out.
And then they handed out presents to those snot-nosed little kids at the last event, and
Right.
And we get punished. We got arrested twice. I mean,
Right. How is that even fair?
It's no justice. Not at all.
No justice at all. Now, while we got you here, you are also our guest. There was something that you said you wanted to bring up, and I'm going to go ahead and let you take control.
All right. Well, as tech savvy as I am on a couple social media sites. You know, I do the Twittering and the Facebooking and things like that. And after last week's event, I was asked numerous times, Vinny, why'd you do it? Vinny, why'd you do it? You know, and it's very simple. It's family. You know, family fights, family argues. Would that gold look great around my waist? There certainly would. But you know what? There's other gold that's going to look just as good around my waist when I step up and win the Neo Championship. You know, so then we'll all have gold. You know, that's a millennial way. We got to share, right? But what it comes down to is what you kids don't understand is mi familia, right? Family before anything. So when I sat down after I did the phone interview back a couple weeks ago and really thought about it, and Frankie made a off record call and said, Vinny, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You know?
It's our guy over here, right?
Right. You know, this has gone on long enough. Let's sit down. Let's work this out. You know, and like any real Italian would, when you're invited to a sit down, you go. You listen. You go in with open ears.
Plus, I had gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Yeah, homemade gnocchi. You know
Homemade
what I'm
gnocchi.
saying?
Forget
Homemade
about it.
sauce.
I mean, forget about it. Homemade gnocchi. I'm done.
Right.
But
we had some pasta. We were good.
he could have beat my kids up in a homemade gnocchi. Forget about it. It's good.
Right.
But that's the reason why I did it. Was you don't abandon your family.
Exactly.
No matter what.
What people need to understand is this. You know, my Italian side, the Mazzacos, the Andolinis, and the DiMarzos all grew up together in Abruzzi. And when they all went to the United States, they came together.
Mm-hmm.
They worked together legally, and they built their fortune together. Legally, of course. Right.
Make a lot of money as a taxi driver.
Yes.
Especially back then.
Right. You know, and
Actually, average pay for an Uber driver.
right.
Right.
So we've known each other since birth. And so for us to let this carry on longer than it had to was bad enough. But what had to happen was a little bit of kickback.
Yeah. I did everything I did for the right reasons.
You
And
did.
Also for money, but
Yeah.
mostly for the right reasons.
But also for money.
It was just an early Christmas present, really. Is all
Right.
it
This
amounts
is
to,
just-
man. I
I
mean,
would have given him that for
I'm
Christmas.
just trying
Yeah.
to throw some kids out on the street. I
Right.
needed a little help with that. Thank you. That's all.
there you go.
I would have put it in a stocking anyway.
Yeah.
So it's no
Good
big
stuff.
deal. Just like I did in your stocking.
That's
last-
right.
Right. So,
That's
you know,
right.
it is what it is. Rolexes for everybody, right?
So
Okay. So, anyway, now that he's explained that, get over it. What's done is done. What's done was already done before it even happened. It had to be. And as for the balls dropping thing, where have you been? This guy's a beast. That thing, they dropped a long time ago. Oh,
The
man.
only thing that's dropping now is our opponents in the ring. That's about it. I mean,
The funniest part about it was when you were telling me what to say about you and I was telling you what to say about me and everybody just eating it up like a bunch of idiots.
that's right.
That was the best part. It was like we were scripting each other's material for
We were
crying
trying
out
to
loud.
tell you guys, give you hints. Those, what do they call those Easter eggs about how
Right.
smart we are?
Right.
Right. You obviously you tech savvy millennials didn't catch on to that, so
Right.
you're not too smart. So go back,
Right.
go back and research some stuff. Right.
Exactly.
We tried to tell you how smart we were, but
Right. They did.
They just, you know what? It's that haters thing, man. Everybody just wants to see you lose and get beat up so bad that they just keep looking for these heroes and they're just not
Exactly.
finding the red flags, man. I mean, you pay attention. What are we gonna do? We're gonna turn our back on you? It's not gonna happen.
no.
Idiocy. Well, you know what? I don't think these idiots deserve to have us anymore.
No.
No.
So they're gonna have to join us next week. So, you know, when unfortunately Miles Jacobs will be back here, but for my good friend, oh man, it was great having you on the show.
Good to be here, man.
My good
Good
friend,
to
my
be here.
brother, Vinnie DiMarzo, for of course Frankie Andolini. I think it's time for me to just pass it over to you, bartender. We getting a
Yeah.
shot or what?
Yeah, I don't have to throw anybody out of my bar this week except
Alright.
for these people here. They got to get out of here. The stupid cameraman's got to go.
You get a shot today.
The
Here you are,
Miles
sir.
Jacobs wasn't even allowed in. This is kind of a good week, all right? So
All right, salute,
all of you,
Salute.
get out.
salute.
Get out of my bar.
You're dismissed. Hey guys, thank you for watching the show. If you could do me a favor, please subscribe to this channel. It would help a lot. Thank you.